Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pyre's Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather around. The Mark Pyre's Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on. I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is, Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Fauci is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Fauci.
Well, Dr. Fauci. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Fauci, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. It's like I said, everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Fauci, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pyre's Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days, and counting, of Renaissance Man. Since January 1st, 2021, 170 songs have been written and released on iTunes and Spotify. Though my monthly streak has come to an end, I will be dropping many albums for you going forward. Join us for the live comedy news. Every night of the year, 7 stories are chosen, SNL Weekend update style. I've also released 4 feature comedy films. Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, A Christmas Story, and Peter Bishop, the Wolf of Crypto. BB Poo Poo! Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Foch. And then, of course, Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me. Just saying. Hammerlin Jameson's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right in a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi. Look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large, he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pirates of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. and Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Facce Mulder.
Sonny, you still got the cough?
There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Facce. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too.
Zucker Chooch, are you kidding me? Excuse me, are you freaking kidding me?
We did a couple of raps this year. My Aunt Judy told me I could do a rapper's delight and took a poop in my double diaper. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Marxist, I did it. It's 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leo Marco da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, when I got that freaking red, like murdering a family. That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint the ceiling? Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin. Markola Tesla? If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity. I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the Fur Elise, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Doing the fifth and taking all that work. And then, like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing the 8 Mile situation. And like Mark and M's the man now, but like, what I paved the way is the Marktorius B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one. Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln. You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della. That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a freaking toothpick and like some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. And there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it, and this is a little demo I made. Welcome to beatseat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you could play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
When the wind starts blowing, I'm going to find a way some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Picture tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's officially Thursday. It's Mark Pyres.
I was walking down the road today,
And
looking for
it's
the
Renaissance
way
Man.
to ease my mind and
I'm
help
here.
my living.
Ease my mind and
I
help
look
my
into
living.
the windows
It's
of the passing car,
The daily
driving
variety
and
show,
studying
Mark Pyres, Renaissance
how
Man.
the open road
I'm here to
affects us.
connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1165 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. We're going to get into it just like we do every single day, fam and friends, but it is a very special day because we have new creations to share with you. What new creations do you have, Mark? Well, we did the freaking Joanne thing earlier where she had to go to the porta potty. Left me all by myself. Just trying to do a show. Trying to have somebody to throw my ideas off of. Joanne, nowhere to be found. She took the night off, or at least took a couple hours off at the freaking porta potty. Right? So, we dealt with that one. And then, of course, the performance of the day. The show of the night, 8 p.m. in it. We did an 8 p.m. deal. You guys got to be showing up for the premieres. And Saki full of crappy, basically. So I created a t-shirt. I did it. I actually created a website for it and everything, and you guys are going to go and pump the hell out of it because at the end of the day, it's friggin' awesome. It's called Truth Bomber. It's a Spotify page. And I didn't want to connect this to me because this has got to go out, and everybody who out there who has an issue with what's going on in the world should be buying this shirt. I'm going to show it to you right now and see what you guys think. See if you're all right. Zabrowski, you want to tune into this one? Hold on, you go look on your screen. Watch this, buddy. I'm going to tune it in for you. Look at this. This is the page. It's called Welcome to the Truth Bomber store, first of all. But it's called How About a Fresh Saki of Crappy? And as you see, the meme in my corner that I created over here, you are not a horse. No, you are not a cow. Serious, y'all. Seriously, y'all, stop it. You're a guinea pig. Bang, biggity boo in it. We did that. And you scroll down and you see the two shirts here. Here's the first shirt. If you look close, I don't know if it'll give us a close-up. Doesn't look like it's giving me a close-up, but you can see it. Leaving a Saki of crappy on every American doorstep. That's what the t-shirt says on front. And on the back, if you'd like to see it, it says, let me circle back with a lit Saki of crappy. Guys, you can pick this up at truthbomber.myshopify.com. Dropping the friggin' link in here for you right now. You guys should be ordering one. Friggin' hilarious. Holy cow. Bang, biggity boo. Now, if you check out the inside, which you can't see, that meme that I showed you, which says you're not a friggin' horse, is actually on the inside back collar of these shirts. Oh, man, I'm loving it. What are we doing? Joanne ordered one. You got one, Joanne? It's coming. Zabrowski, we need a woo-hoo. We almost lost a woo-hoo, guys. We can't ever miss a woo-hoo. Zabrowski. Woo-hoo! Just like that, the show is off and running. You know you get Zabrowski doing it. Joanne's wheezing it. Joanne, what size shirt did you order of the, did you order the quadruple XL? I'm not sure if that one's going to fit your humongocarditis. I'm just saying. You're back there. You got it going on, And look, if you see it over here, let me circle back on you. Joanne, I just want you to know, you may have to buy two quadruple XLs. Cut it down the sides. Like you're going to cut it down the right side of one and the left side of the other. You stitch it together in the middle and you're going to get a double decker, you know? You're getting a double decker that says, I got a pile of sake crappy for your doorstep, American citizen, or whatever the freak I came up with there. But it's quite insane. And you know what? We thought about it here on the show. And here's the thing. I will never forget these ideas. Like we have to put Vigiloogie out on t-shirts. There's all these crazy things we've done. You know, my crypto movie, Wolf of Crypto. I got to make t-shirts of that. But this one coming out and making a comedy routine of it, which if you missed it, it's 11 minutes long. You should check it out. It was tonight's 8 p.m. premiere on YouTube. Link in bio. Live 1,165 days in a row, fam and friends. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, your wheezing is freaking intolerable. You know? I'm here, TikToking it, YouTubing it, getting down, Facebooking it, LinkedIn-ing it, LinkedIn-ing it. Joanne, what are you doing back there? Freaking Weezer. Just a lazy lump, you know, a high payer. $500 an episode. What? Yeah, no, doll hairs. What do you... She went for it. She was like, I'm in. You're going to get mad at me for her going for the gag? I say doll hairs, expecting her to just, you know, come back with a negotiation tool, you know? No, well, I'd rather take dollars instead of doll hairs, Mark. But no, she's like, I'm down. I want to do it, Mark. She's a huge fan of George Soros. Actually, daughter of George Soros. Guys, we have some news for you today. It's not going to be a super long show. I got on later than I wanted. I want to get on 9:30, but I was having issues with the thumbnail. For some reason, Canva's not working on my phone, so I had to go to Photoshop. And so when I put the Photoshop on, it was all right to start, but I had to finish it off. That's why you got, that's the video thumbnail of the night right there, which was finalized in the last 13 seconds before the show started. That's why when I was playing it, you saw me. That's right. You know what I'm talking about. No, Joanne, I'm ready when you're ready. You bring the teleprompter up. You do. I'm ready to do Joe Biden sleepy poopy pants. I just have to put my triple diaper on just so I can really get into the, you know, like, you want me to do method? You want me to do method act? Look, my Aunt Judy told me I got to put on my triple diaper before I poop my pants. I didn't know I had to put on my triple diaper first in order to get into the Joe Biden, you know? Look, Mike, I'm into it, Joanne. I'm falling asleep right now, just like him. What? Joanne, you know, she's just the worst, guys. You know? All right, Joanne, what stories do we have today? Let's throw them down the friggin' pike. Let's see if Babe Ruth can show up and knock it out of the park. Jesse Juicy Smollett sentenced to 150 days in jail for lying to police in hate crime hoax. Yeah, let's get into this one. Joanne. Former Empire actor Juicy Smollett was sentenced to Thursday to 30 months of felony probation. What the frig is that? Oh, including 150 days in jail. He's getting some jail time. They're going to do what he likes in there. He's going to enjoy his time in jail. You know, some people are like, I don't want to go to jail. He's like, I'm freaking down. I think he did it to go to jail. I think he wanted to get caught. After the judge announced his sentence, Smollett lowered his face mask and said he was innocent. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect your jury, but I did not do this. This actor told the judge before turning to the court, and I'm not suicidal. And then he started singing and if anything happens to me when I'm going there, I did not do it to myself. I did not do an Epstein. No, I'm not dead. No, I was offed by someone like, I don't know, maybe like Kamala Chameleon. What? Huh? What? My Aunt Judy told me I could poop my triple diaper. He's back? Joanne! Joe Biden's back doing out a triple diaper? He just comes out of nowhere during a song? It's so rude. You know, he's like, he doesn't even know where he is. Shows up on Renaissance Man Show, pooping in his triple diaper, and now I have to clean it up. Joanne's got to clean it up. You know how hard that is. I got her shackled back there because she's got the hot air balloon carditis going. Nothing worse than when Joanne starts floating 4,716 pounds, floating up towards my rafters. You guys know what that's like? Wrecking ball Joanne, you can't do a wrecking ball deal. Coming down, doing a wrecking ball. You're just floating up there like gravity isn't the thing here when it comes to Joanne. Humongo car. They're still pushing the bugaboo, like 4th dose, you know? Joanne's on 18th dose. That's what she's done. Guys, first story of the day per Joanne. Unbelievable. Just before he was taken into custody, the actor yelled again that he was innocent. I'm innocent! And he raised his fist in the air and he said, Lion King! I don't know what he is doing. Simba! He's yelling out to Simba. Cook County Judge James Lynn spoke for more than 30 minutes before announcing Smollett's sentence, telling the actor that he wrote the script and picked the actors for the hoax, and that his premeditation for the act was an aggravating factor in the case. There's a side of you. This is, by Joanne, this is the judge here. This is the judge. He's doing it. I got to give the judge voice. Ready? Here we go. The sides. Joanne, that wasn't... There's a side of you that has this arrogance and selfishness and narcissism that just is disgraceful, the judge said. You're not a victim of racial hate crime. You're not a victim of a homophobic hate crime. You're just a charlatan pretending to be a victim of hate crime, and that's shameful. Dun, dun, dun. They had the music in the background. Again, Smollett came out an hour, and he's like, I was found guilty in December on 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct for making false reports of what he said has anti-gay and anti-black hate crime. The actor who is black and gay told Chicago police that on that frigid night in January 2019, 2 unknown men attacked him. Joanne, check out the next line. Yelled racist and homophobic slurs at him, poured bleach on him, and wrapped a noose around his neck. But it was all a lie, Joanne. None of it was true. They made it all up. Just, trying to see if he can get more money from the freaking Empire show.
I'm not getting paid enough. Let's start a race war.
What the freaking heck is going on, Joanne? Starting a race war here, Smollett? Juicy? It's so juicy. Let's front page it. Front page it. Put on the last page, the freaking liar. You should be a bad name for the movement, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, you are the problem, my friend. Let's give him 120 days of probation. Freaking Smollett. When you go out there, you start saying, Pandora. He's talking about his new single on Pandora. He's singing his, the case, and he's singing through the actual judgment. I was thrown into jail today. I can't figure out if I want that guy, or that guy, or that guy, or that guy, or all of them to do me in the... No, I'm just kidding. You can't do that. I'm just saying, though, you're here with Juicy, Juicy's doing it. Joanne's back there wheezing, by the way, guys. Anyway, celebrities and politicians rushed to defend him publicly, and Chicago police investigated the case as a possible hate crime. But soon they determined the actor orchestrated the incident and paid 2 brothers. No, Joanne, they're not single. 2 brothers he knows from the Fox. Joanne, when I'm in the middle of a freaking story, I'm doing it, and you come in and start asking me questions about, whether they're single. Do you think they're single for Joanne? No, Joanne, you're back there wheezing it up. You got the chains, and nobody wants to date you. You're going out to a restaurant with chains. You got a Cheney McGee you're putting him down. Oh, this is such a lovely setting as you float up before your food arrives. Joanne, you should have thought about that before you went back for shot number 18. You're like, 17 didn't go well, but maybe 18 will reduce it all. Joanne, No, Joanne, I wasn't speaking to you. I was just saying it disgustedly. I was saying your name. Guys, unbelievable. Freaking Joanne. No, Joanne, no, I'm not talking to you. Again, I'm just saying your name. Yeah, Joanne. Oh, Joanne. No, I was telling you again why I was saying your name. You freaking that dull? Back there, wheezing it up, opening and closing file cabinet, asking the same question over and over. Unbelievable. Look, Joanne, this is a lot longer a story than I want to get into. I'm not going to keep reading this crap story about Juicy. This is what he wanted. He wanted more airtime. He wanted to make more dollar bills. You're getting more doll hairs, no bills, but you're getting more doll hairs in an envelope later on after the show. I'm paying you back for the last 2 days when you were throwing your envelopes at me of doll hair. When you throw a fit, Joanne, and you're throwing your doll hair at me after you earned it, and now it's finders, doll hair keepers. Like that's where I'm at, I'm
gonna throw it at Mark.
And when I hit him in the freaking head, if you're lucky, Bruce Lee in it, if you're lucky and you bang me in the head with a freaking, 500 pack of envelope of doll hair, first of all, it's not going to do a thing unless you throw a Mach 7. Okay. But if you do happen to hit me and I don't hear the Bruce Lee, remember, taught me everything I know. And I hear it in there. I'm ducking, like right there. Joanne, you can't do that. Don't think that, I'll catch him off guard because he's talking about it. Maybe I'll actually get him right now because he's not thinking I'll actually do it right now while he's talking about it. I knew it. I still heard it. Even when I'm in the middle of a rant, Joanne, you think you can hit me with an envelope filled with doll hair? Again, hold on. One more day of pay right there for Joanne. You know what I mean, guys? No, Joanne, you know the rules. Finders, keepers, doll hairs, weepers. So let's move, Joanne. Look, let's move forward, okay? You are the one who threw the doll hair. I picked it up. Profit. I'm making profit on it. Next story on the list, Joanne. What do we got? Now, I know you have a wheeze. We know that. We're here. We're listening to it. We all hear it. TikTok is like, that guy's freaking wheeze. Scientists named this terrifying vampire cephalopod after Biden. Guys, it doesn't scroll. Joanne, you gave me a non-scrolling freaking cephalopod story here, did it? I'm doing it, trying to get it done. What's that? No, Joanne, no, stop it. Stop it with the wheeze, double wheezing it. She started doing a double wheeze when she saw the cephalopod named after Biden. She got excited. She's a huge fan, guys. Huge fan. Whenever Biden comes down here and he's like, look, what are we talking about? I'm going to sign an executive order. My Aunt Judy told me I should come down and poop my triple diaper. Does it. Poops it. Triple diaper in it. They're cleaning them up. Huggies calls him on the friggin' line. Look, Joe, we heard that you're having a good time with our product? What are you talking about? Triple diapering it? No, nobody knows about that. We know about it. Here, front lines, Huggies, headquarters. I'll get you on the line with CEO. Hold on a minute over a second. Joe, hi, it's Mason Donaldson over here at Huggies. Who's this? Mason Dixon line? No, Mason Donaldson. I'm here just, look, we're really jazzed about this. Joe, we're really, what? Oh, sorry, I got to take a naparoo. No, Joe, before you take a naparoo, look, we got an offer we want to give you. I'm listening. Anything for the big guy, I'm open to. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to give you 10% of every Huggies diaper sold. You just got to put that stupid half grin on and go like that and get on for the shot. Right on the side of the Huggies package. Geriatric edition. You're wearing nothing but the diaper. What happened? Hunter Biden, my son? We're not talking about him. No, we're not talking about him at all. This is just you, not for anybody else, just for the big guy. I'm in then. Send it on over. He's doing it. He's got a freaking closet in the Oval filled with triple diapers. They made a new triple version. They started going like the double-decker. We got a double-decker for that freaking big kid. That one mongoloid kid that when he takes a freaking crap, you're like, this ain't right. Like that kid, you make a special edition double-decker diaper, But with Joe, they had to triple it up. Triple diaper, dandy. They had freaking Dick Vitale came out of nowhere. He's like, it's a triple diaper dandy. You're like, what's going on with Dick Vitale coming out of nowhere? He's like, oh yeah, baby. Like, I don't even know what he sounds like anymore. It's been 37 years since I heard him. But that's what we're done, Double diaper dandy over there. Joe Biden comes out. Look, I got a double diaper dandy going.
I went behind with my wife and my Aunt Judy. My Aunt Judy told me I shouldn't talk about this, but I gotta get into it. I gotta let you know what's going on in my double diaper. It's not right. I got a Vladimir Putin in my diaper. I've been putting it out all day long. Huh, what's that? Oh yeah, I'm wearing a triple diaper. I'm putting a poop in there right now. What, you were speaking to Vladimir Putin? No, I'm putting a poop in my diaper right now. What about Putin? I'm putting a poop in my diaper right now. And then I'm putting my head on the pillow and taking a nap. Joe, we need you to stay focused here. This is very important stuff. Right now, this is about diplomacy. This is about staying focused on the task. We got to hold Putin accountable. Huh? What are we putting? Where are we putting ourselves? I'll put myself anywhere I want me to be putting it. But when I putting a little pooper I'm putting in my double diaper. What? Huh? Aunt Judy. No, stop. I'm in the middle of putting another poop in my double diaper. I got a brand deal. I got triple diapers to go. He gets the double diapers at home, triple diapers to go. You know what I mean? They're working on, this is a crazy one. This is a state-of-the-art one, though. They're doing like a quadruple double. You know, they want to have Allen Iverson on the back as like a signature edition. And so they're doing it. And Joe Biden's wearing the Allen Iverson edition, triple double style. And, you know, that one is the first one that doesn't leak for Joe. First one. And we're proud of the fact that it took only 5 editions to figure out what worked for the so-called most powerful man on the planet. So, guys, you know, when that happens and they name a cephalopod after Sleepy Poopy Pants, and all of a sudden they go into 12 minutes of whatever the frick that was. Yeah, that's what we do here, Renaissance Show. When we're doing it, you coming down here? You're not gonna do it? You're not gonna do it? No, Joanne, we don't want you doing it. God, all freaking mighty. You know, she never stops, guys. We're in the middle of it. We're trying to do a story. We're reflecting on said story. Joanne's trying to get a piece of the action. Okay, Joanne. Yeah, no, you should come on over and saddle up beside me, Joanne. Knock me out through the friggin' wall with that humongo car die. You're dealing with it. I don't want to be dealing with it. I didn't go. I didn't trust the science. It wasn't there. Clearly, because now their science is finally matching with my science. 2 years later. Guys, this one is a crazy one. Joanne, I don't know what we're going to do about you because you got the issue with the heart. And again, that's on you. You should not have gone for so many bugga boosters. That was on you. 2 billion genetically modified mosquitoes are about to be released in the U.S. Are you kidding me? Genetically modified mosquitoes in the U.S.? Joanne, what are we talking about and why? Why do we need them genetically? Can't we just get some normal freaking mosquitoes out there and do a thing or two? First of all, Bill Gates is involved in this. What, Bill Gates? This is a plan we had at Moderna. They probably have it freaking hooked up with CV19 stuff. You know what I mean? Get people that way. We're getting you one way or another. If you purchase an independent... Joanne, you gave me the little pitch at the front to start with. So I'm here reading, if you purchase an independently reviewed product or service, that is not blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to get right into the story here, okay? Renaissance Man Show, families coming down here to hear the friggin' news. You're wheezing it up, doing a terrible job on the teleprompter, you know? I mean, I'm having to yell at you a lot tonight, a lot more than usual. You know, I usually don't even say a word to Joanne, right, guys? I don't think I ever talked to her at all, like ever. You never even know she's there, you know, except for tonight. It's the only night I think I've ever spoken to her, maybe? I don't know. Look, scientists have been playing God with mosquitoes for a couple of years now. Back in 2021, British company Oxitec released 750 million lab-modified mosquitoes in Florida. Joanne, that's why it wasn't totally because of the bugaboo, it's because the time you spent in Florida next to that lab. I knew it was an issue. And she said, I'm living next to a lab. I was like, a lab? What the frick kind of lab? A mosquito lab, okay, apparently. She's being mosquitoed out over there. Now the company is gearing up to release another 2 billion genetically modified mosquitoes. Guys, it's Monsanto. Don't worry about it. They got our backs. They're worried. There's nothing to worry about. They're all sponsored by Pfizer. Double decker. We got, Monsanto really caring about you, and then Pfizer really caring about your well-being. They know that your well-being is of that utmost importance. So 750 lab-modified mosquitoes, not good enough. No, Joanne, we need a couple billion more, 2 bill to be exact. They're going to Florida and California, but here's the deal: they're going to wind up all over the freaking country. Once you do something like this, it's a wrap. The new species code names OX 5034. Joanne, remember that, okay? OX 5034. I want you to remember that, okay? I'm going to drill you in a few seconds. If you don't remember that, Joanne, I'm docking you $10. OX 5034. Yeah, you want to, I'm not going to, no, don't write it down. That defeats the purpose. You have to show us how good your memory is. It's entirely male mosquitoes. The new species is derived from the ace of, what's the number, Joanne? No, it's not OX 5034. Oh. Sorry, Joanne, you were right. Thought I had it right. I can't believe I let her, get the best of me on that one. I gotta get over it. You can't win them all, Mark. You can't win them all. Sometimes Joanne's going to be right. Sometimes she's going to get it right, OX 5034, and you're there getting it wrong because you're a bonehead McGillicuddy. Gotta just move forward, buddy. So back to the news. Back to the news. Back to the news. With the success of last year's Florida release, success, Joanne? What do you call 700 million, 50 million mosquitoes is a success? They're genetically modified by Bill Gates personally, each one. Look, I got one more today, Melinda. She's like, I'm getting rid of that freaking creep over there. He's genetically modifying mosquitoes one by one. I'm divorcing him. Are you kidding me? I can't be around a guy like that. She had to go and take her 50%. I don't blame her. Environmental Protection Agency has approved Oxytec for additional releases in the Florida Keys. The EPA has also approved a new program with Delta. Joanne, they're naming the freaking mosquito after a freaking bugaboo strain we just had? What are we talking about here? It's what I can't figure out. Let's just keep tying it back to the bugaboo. Look, my Aunt Judy told me if we just keep reminding them. Even if we tell them that it's no big deal anymore, we're going to just sweep it under the rug. Just pretend we didn't force people to do things. And then we told them that it's safe and effective. Look, woo. Guys, when you're dealing with a Delta mosquito deal, female mosquitoes are only mosquitoes that bite and are attracted to human blood. Because the newly genetically modified mosquitoes are all male, the genetic modification shouldn't pose any danger to people that encounter them. Joanne, I'm going to read that back again because I think you need to hear that. I see female mosquitoes are only mosquitoes that bite and are attracted to human blood. Because the new genetically modified mosquitoes are all male, Joanne, the genetic modifications shouldn't, keyword Joanne, friggin' shouldn't, pose any danger to people that encounter them. What? No, Joanne, you don't freaking get it? Shouldn't. Because you said wouldn't, will not, are two different positive, absolutely going to happen things. Here's a little guarantee. They will not. Not shouldn't. That's as bad as wouldn't, couldn't. What? No, I want to hear guarantee there. When they said shouldn't, we're all friggin' screwed.
Yeah, no, look what happened the last 2 years, Joanne. You think, it's like, yeah, it's a conspiracy. No, not a conspiracy. I'm telling you what's going down in the world, you know? Unfortunately, Joanne, she just keeps trusting everything she hears. She's following the science. Joanne's following the science. You guys have to remember, what you need to do is follow the science. And if it leads to the exact same location as all the people that you smeared and destroyed and literally just like created enemies out of, or made the world create an enemy out of, no big deal. We're going to forget about that. Those people didn't matter anyway. People who invented the things and whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Joanne, what do we got next? Oh, guys, this is an interesting one. So this season's flu bugaboo seems to be a poor match. Early CDC data shows, proving to us, Joanne, that the CDC continues their slump, I guess you would say. They continue to prove that they are the worst at the job they're supposed to be accomplishing, which is protecting the people. So wait a minute, hold on. So that's 2 in a row that didn't work? Not seasons, 2 bugaboos in a row? I don't even want to read the story. That's it. Early CDC data shows that poor match. They chose the wrong one. They're freaking awesome at their jobs, guys. Freaking Gestapo. Bottom line, what about this one, guys? This is a little interesting here, especially if you like to get down. You know what I mean? NASA admits it may be time to study sex in space, as experts claim it's crucial for long-haul missions to the moon and Mars to bang it out. NASA insists that no humans have had sex in space that you know of. The Mile High Club, you guarantee that there's a couple of people that are like doing it. You know, they're like, we're up here. No one's ever done it before. Like every mission it's done, and they're like, no one's ever done it before. We're the first, you know. And by the way, but when they say first, like they're still like in like low Earth orbit. They're not anywhere, you know, but they're higher than anybody else has been in a plane, you know, so they're doing it. Bottom line, they're doing it. Guys, interesting story, right? I mean, like studies in human sex and sexual activities in a low gravity environment. You have to figure it out. Like what happens? Are you going to be able to do like get it done? You can be able to make a baby-roo. Researchers from Canada say this needs to change as more civilians go to orbit. They have called on space organizations to embrace the space sex discipline. This is because sex will be crucial to the future colonization of other worlds. NASA is considering studying sex in space as it is crucial for future long-haul missions to the moon and Mars that could see astronauts away from Earth for years. So they're doing it. They're doing it. They're trying to do it. Next story, Joanne. What do we got? Scroll down for me. Dr. Weaselfouch in the house with us. I got to show Dr. Weaselfouch our new website. Dr. Weaselfouch, check this out. This is my newest design because of the bit I just put out earlier. How about a fresh sackie of crappie? You're not a horse. You're not a cow. Seriously, y'all, stop it. You're a guinea pig. Eggawa-buggawa-bee. Look at her over there. How about a fresh sackie of crappie for you? You come on down, and you're like, you know what? I kind of want to, be leaving a sackie of crappie on every American doorstep. Right? And then maybe you're just like, maybe I'll check out the back here. Yeah, let me circle back with a little lit sackie of crappie for you. Oh my goodness. There you go. You can order that shirt right now at, I believe this is the link. Yes, it is. Pick up a freaking shirt. I'm going to be throwing ad money at that crap. That's a ridiculous t-shirt. I'll tell you what. I made an awesome Trumper shirt when he was, I had the idea in 16. I should have put it out. It didn't. And it didn't sell at all. I think a few. I have one of them. I'll show it to you one day. But this one, everybody can't stand this lady. And a sackie of crappie, come on. That one's a freaking no-brainer. You put a lit sackie of crappie on the doorstep of every American, ding-dong ditching it, like you're there, and all of a sudden, Suitor Nurse, yeah, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming to hang with us. I want to say hi to everybody that's here with us. Listen, we're here 45 minutes in. I'm sorry I get into the news sometimes, and I forget to say hi to everybody, but I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate you for coming out and supporting this program on a daily. We are here every day for the last 1,165 days in a row, and we are just getting going, fam and friends. Go read this Vanity Fair piece about Grimes. Pseudonaire, thank you so much. I'd love it if you also, and don't leave DLive because DLive is great, but if you also could follow on YouTube just so you can make sure you don't miss when we're dropping content every day. None of that stuff goes on to DLive. I'm going to give you the link right here so you can at least join us. There's probably nobody on DLive either. Let me know if there is. But if there isn't, come and join us on the Tuber. And guys, don't forget, you can support this program, Patreon. It's very easy to do that. Patreon.com/markpires. I'll just throw that up there as well if anybody wants to start being a part of this revolution. It's really the Renaissance is what it is. And I highly appreciate it. Jacqueline Grace is a supporter of this show. You're a publisher? Pseudonar, we need to catch up. Come on over to the show. I've been live for over 3 years in a row, put out 170 songs the last 13 months. In fact, this one's going to be worked on for tomorrow. I wrote this 2 days ago. You had to shut off the negativity. Oh, 'cause it's not getting any better, no. Shut off the TV. You got to shut off the negativity. Yeah. This song we were rapping on it the other day, right? Shut off the TV. Yeah. Oh, you got to shut off the negativity. Shut off the negativity. Don't want to get it. You got to let it go. Shut off the TV. Shut off the TV. I call it the negatube. You gotta shut off that friggin' negatube. Shut off the negative. Shut off the negative. Guys, when you're here doing it, I mean, we have so much crazy stuff here. This is also going to be worked on too. This happened the same night. Come on down. Getting down, yeah. Got Elon Musk on the side, yeah. You got that crazy girl you was married to for a little while. Let's read this story. What do we got? So bottom line is, go read this Vanity Fair piece about Grimes and her secret baby with Elon Musk. Here we go. Go. Sometimes journalists get lucky and discover that both the information while reporting a story that they did not expect to find. A document or report, maybe even evidence of a prior misdeeds. But I can't recall ever reading a feature where the reporter discovers. I can't do this all. It's not as good. When you're doing something fun enough beat, you can rock the freaking thing out and do a little rapperoo out of it. But when you're singing in it, and it's Elon Musk with Grimy, you can't do it. Don't do a grimeroo. Sometimes journalists get lucky and discover information while reporting a story that they did not expect to find. A document or report, maybe even evidence of prior misdeeds, but I can't recall ever reading a feature where a reporter discovers a previously undisclosed baby. Joanne, they had another baby? Because they already had one, right? As Devin Gordon did in a Vanity Fair profile, the singer Grimes, the former partner, she says they have split again, but remain friends of Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. They welcomed their first child, a son who they gave an unusual name, X479632 squared plus the 9, and then divided by 4.
And then the whole thing squares out at the end when you put times 0. So it's literally 0 is the name of the kid. But that's okay. He's worth a lot. Not is it worth 0. But as far as the general public was aware, the couple only had one child. Gordon soon discovers otherwise. As he's interviewing Grimes in her new home, he thinks he hears crying, but brushes it off. Eventually, it's undeniable. There's a baby somewhere in the friggin' house. Eventually, they go and get the freaking, baby. So I brace myself to ask the strangest question of my career. Do you have another baby in your life, Grimes? And after I first try to evade the question, she eventually admits, yes, the couple had a baby via surrogate in late 2021 named Exadark Sidereal Musk. EDSM. EDSM. Is that what it's called? EDM? EDPM? EDSM? Nickname is Y. Okay, so they threw that in there randomly because maybe they were like, why do we come up with these ridiculously stupid names? So the name is Exadark Sidereal Musk, but their nickname is Y. Spelled literally Y. And I think they did that because they're like, why are we so dumb? We're brilliant, or I'm brilliant, is what Elon Musk is saying. He's like, but I'm with this singer, and she's like, yeah, Stardust. And let's do Y. Besides another child named X, she calls X and Paul Atreides from Dune and herself as Paul's mother, Jessica. Guys, I'm done with this. Stupid Y. Unfreaking real. Gonna call yourself Y. This is a Mark Wages story if I've ever seen it in my life, fam and friends. If you've not followed my brother Mark Wages on Wages World, make sure you do that. As well as my brother Ron from EMA. All right, here we go. Huge solar eruption may sideswipe Earth on Thursday. Earth may be in path of a type of sun explosion called a coronal mass ejection, Joanne. You may be known or familiar with that tone or title, basically, when you're watching the Wages World, Joe, and they're talking about a CME. When they're talking CMEs, Joanne, we're not talking about the one coming out of your humongocarditis and out into the universe affecting radio waves and frequencies. We're talking about a real deal Carrington event. If they're strong enough, CMEs can wreak havoc on electrical systems here on Earth by interacting with our planet's magnetic field. However, the CME that may arrive on Thursday is not expected to cause any issues. The possible CME impact has been predicted by spaceweather.com, which states that the solar explosion might sideswipe Earth's magnetic field on March 10th. After having erupted from the sun's surface on March 7th, it could spark a G1 class geomagnetic storm, Joanne, the space weather analysis site said. If you don't know about a G1 space class geomagnetic storm, Joanne, woo, that's when it gets real. When you're just dealing with like magnetic storms,
Whatever. We can do it.
when you go geomagnetic storm, that's when you're like, I want to stay home. I don't think I want to be a part of that mission. Could I do a Neil Armstrong and just go to low Earth orbit? And just pretend that I went all the way up there and then somehow with 16 kilobytes worth of memory on our computer went there and back. And they panned, like expertly panned. Like, wow, that's freaking Francis Ford Coppola. Maybe it was somebody else, They would have had to get somebody like Kubrick to do that. Like you can't shoot that unless you got somebody really good. Someone like a Kubrick. I don't think though he was probably not alive then. It was probably before he was born. But that's the type of guy you can't just I'm gonna get Tommy from down the shop to take out his freaking 8mm. What are you doing with 8mm? I'm hanging it outside the freaking spacecraft. I'm gonna push a button here down on Cape Canaveral. I'm gonna do a scroll too, and then we're going to zoom in as it goes away. They're doing that as well. Wow, you're really going to... Yeah, plus we're going to speak to them. I have a conversation. From the moon. 265,000 miles away. Having a conversation. 69. We figured it out. You know, we should go back. Can't. What do you mean you can't? We just don't have the technology anymore. On my phone here, I have more technology than you ever had times a billion. You know, we had 16 or 64 kilobytes. Or maybe it was even less, I don't know. No, I'm not wearing a wig. This is my hair. You should head over to YouTube. It's much better experience than here on TikTok. But I do like to get on, at least for you guys to see the show. This is the news segment of the show. This is a live improvisation show. We are on to I guess the second to last story of the day, guys. We moved pretty quickly through it today. Not really. Almost at a freaking hour. A G5 storm is the most severe type. In a G5, there would be widespread voltage control problems and power grid systems may experience complete collapse. Spacecraft would have problems and trouble orienting themselves and exchanging data. High-frequency radio transmission would be out, potentially for days. In addition, auroras may be seen visible in U.S. states as far south as Florida and South Texas. Such extreme events are thankfully rare, but significant storms do occur. In 2021, the SWPC, the Southern Weather Pole Community, or whatever, issued a G3 geomagnetic storm watch alert for October 30th to October 31st following a significant CME that erupted from the sun on October 28th. One particularly energetic storm called the Carrington event. Nailed it. I said that earlier, like I'm a pro. I learned from the master, Wages World in it. One particularly energetic storm called the Carrington event occurred in 1859 and caused damage to the telegraph systems, Joanne. CMEs occur when the sun's magnetic fields get twisted by the movement of the star's interior. Eventually, this built-up energy gets released and the magnetic fields explosively realign. Releasing vast amounts of energy into space, Joanne. Vast! Like when you're doing a tootaroo. And all of a sudden, you fill this whole space up here with energy that I take in, but I also have to deal with the smell. That pungent thing, coming out of the hiney butt. That's not fun. Well, I'm here experiencing the other side of it. Here's some hydrogen. No, you're dealing with some sort of propane out of your butt. That ain't right over there, lady. Look, sometimes you should think before you start to toot. Where are you? Are you outdoors? Okay. You're in a small village. Think about it still. If you even give it a chance. What if you knock a little kid out and he can't wake up? Something, you got that level of defeat within your tutors, Like when you smell it, you're like, I can never do anything again. I'm here stuck in this space forever. It's like a personal hell when you experience the smell of a Joanne tutor looter. What's that? No, Joanne, I know you're trying not to let it slip out and squeeze out, but we hear it, Like she's doing those. You guys know you're here. I saw Jacqueline over there. She's like, what the freak is going on? Is that a hyena in the background? No, I'm sorry. It's Joanne tutor-lootering it, She's definitely got a hyena sound coming from her hiney butt, but it's not an animal. It's just her animal instinct appearing. Sometimes, you have to fend off, I guess you would say an animal that is more of a risk. If you're in fear of your life, you let off a squeal. Just tutor-lootering it. No, Joanne, we know you shouldn't have eaten that garlic bread for lunch. Don't breathe in through the nose. Make a note real quick. Guys, when you're down it, you're down it. NASA describes the difference using a imaginary cannon where the solar flare is the muzzle flash and the CME is the cannonball. Now, over here, if you see along the side, you see this extra burst off the side. This is a CLB off the right hemisphere of the sun. Coming around, you see this little ball on the bottom. That's Planet X. Go and check out my friend Scott, Planet X News. You make sure you give him a subscribe as well, because that's the friggin' Planet X right there. You able to see that at all? No, you can't. I'm doing it with my cursor. I'm going to point to it over here. Look. Oh, it's not. I'm not in front of it. It's there. You see right below that one where there's another little lightness? That's the Planet X news coming through. You know, that's what I'm saying. B, how are you, my friend? Let's see what we got next, fam and friends. We've got one more story for you. Joanne, don't teleprompter me off the friggin' screen, all right? She just tries to get through quickly because she's the laziest person on planet Earth. We call her Lazy Lump Joanne. She gets it. She's literally the laziest of all. CV is now less deadly than the flu. Omicron is milder in nature, combined with a sky-high immunity from the bugaboos. In previous waves means the virus's fatality rate has plunged sevenfold in the past 3 months. Covey is now less deadly. I just read this crap. Why are you saying it again, Joe? And you put in the first line and the second line, so I'm reading it back to back to make me look the fool? That's the thing I can't stand, Joanne, is when you do that. Government figures indicate the virus had a mortality rate of around 0.2% before this strain erupted on the scene, but this has since plunged to sevenfold to as little as 0.03%, famine friends, meaning it kills effectively just 1 in every 3,300 people who get infected. For comparison, seasonal influenza has a 0.01 to 0.05%, so it's actually riskier. Crazy. Infections have been on the rise in the UK for a week straight, with the country now averaging 50 cases per day and 35,000 on Freedom Day in late February. Let's see, hospitalizations have been rising, and in South and West England have now eclipsed levels at the height of the Omicron wave. Ministers have understood to not yet be concerned by the spike, given that 2/3 of the over 12s have already had their booster bugaboo, and fourth bugaboos are set to be rolled out to over 75s. Care home residents and people with weakened immune systems who are most vulnerable for the bugaboos virus later this month, and something else is going on there. Let's see. I don't really care. Let's see if we can read some more of this data, though. All right. We're talking about a much lower rate here of death, which is good to hear, guys. It's good to hear we've gotten to this point. That's what we were hoping for. You know, let's eventually get to that point where we can get back to some sort of normal existence. They did throw it at us in the last 3 weeks, didn't they? That now we're back to normal. Oh, we are? So what happened to all those people that lost their JOBs? Oh, we don't talk about that here. We don't talk about that. What the freak do you talk about then? Other dire things that we can point out. You know, it's there's a weird thing I'm trying to get my head around. Like, the whole liberal movement is to be open, right? Liberal, to be open to be open to change, open to new things, open up to different genders, different, mentalities, different belief systems, whatever the liberal movement is. But isn't it interesting that the people that are so interested in creating this openness are the ones who want to shut everything else down so hard? Like, they're so not what they think they are. Because if they were, that free speech would be the most important thing to them. But it's quite the opposite. A decision's made that they want to affect their opinion, that everybody else needs to be protected. And whatever is said, I have the right to shut it down because I'm afraid somebody else can get hurt. Shut it down for yourself. You change the freaking channel, but stop trying to dictate what people can see and hear. that is where you will run into an issue where hatred starts to really come to the surface. Nobody wants to be censored, and nobody wants the truth censored from them. They want to be able to see it all. And the issue with 2022 is that you don't see any of the truth. And I was talking to my wife, and I was like, look, like, I'm watching, trying to catch up on some things. I see some missiles flying through the air and stuff. But the narrative we're being told by the news here in the United States of America of what's going on over there is most likely just as fake as the crap we heard over the last 2 years. There's something else going on over there. Remember, the president of these United States of America had a son who worked in Ukraine, or didn't even work in there, just made $180,000 a month to be on a board. For what, I ask you? Probably for this exact situation right here where they're indebted to the Ukraine for some reason, but also there's a weakness with this, obviously, with this president, that people know they can push him around. And, we're going to do sanctions. The biggest one, it's an interesting thing, but on TikTok, people have been watching this one clip I put up of the face swap I did the other day, where I said, understand that, you said that if you shut down the gas line in Russia, it hurts them, Why did you shut down our pipeline? I think it's like interesting. A couple people responded back to, they're like, oh, well, that was a plan to put another pipeline and it would have taken years to get finished. So you don't invest a ton of our money, taxpayer money, and then 3/4 of the way through or halfway through say, no, we're going to quit now because Joe Biden knows better. No, he's a friggin' idiot. A good plan is for us to stay completely energy independent. So right now with Russia and everything else going on, we wouldn't need any of their oil. We wouldn't need any of their gas. The gas leases they speak about only mean something if there's actually gas underneath the permitted land they keep speaking about. Most of them don't have gas underneath the permitted land or oil. So they need to do a better job. And they stopped allowing people to drill to find new oil here. It's like, as soon as the last administration left, again, going to that whole thing about how liberals are all about open, they're so closed about anything that's good for this country. They destroy it all. It's completely ridiculous. Everything that's good for this country gets destroyed by this movement, this far left movement. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm saying there should be some people down the middle who are having reasonable conversations, but there's a far left movement in this country to destroy the society, to destroy this connection we always had to each other, that we're all American. And yeah, there were some really tough times in this country and really rotten people, and racism existed, but it doesn't exist the way that they freaking pointed out now. All they want to do is talk about it. Morgan Freeman had the best response. Someone was like, oh, why don't you want a Black History Month? He goes, why don't you have a White History Month? And he's like, well, and this is like Mike Wallace back in the day. He's like, well, how are you gonna talk about racism? How are you gonna get rid of racism if you don't bring it up? He goes, stop talking about it. And I thought that was brilliant. Stop freaking talking about it. But then they keep pushing it out there. Every single news story is about, oh, well, this person didn't do this, that means they're racist. It's like, no, sometimes you just don't like someone because they're a jerk. You never thought about that, Oh, this person was a freaking jerk, so I wasn't going to I don't care what their skin color was. They were a freaking jerk. That person happens to not be the same skin color as me, and they were really awesome. They became a really close friend of mine. This is 2020 freaking 2. Stop acting like this is 1954 and we're living in a world where people hate each other because of their skin color. Hey, we're not there at all. There's some people that are, don't get me wrong. There's racist people in every country on this planet. But predominantly there are good people who can't be heard right now. The evil of this world is continuing to broadcast this narrative, this divisive message. And the actual predominant positivity on this planet, I think there's a bigger group of positive people out there that just cannot group up. They won't allow it to happen. But there are a ridiculous amount of people out there that we should be connecting with, because when we connect with them, we can then make our voices one, and we can fight back against this bull crap that we keep being served on a daily basis. And all of my family members here on the Renaissance Man Show that show up here every day understand this. When we show up here, we have a great time together. We get into the news, we laugh, we play some music, we have a rant or whatever it is, and we shut the friggin' noise off of the world for a little while. You shut it off, and you can step back to that crazy world again and say to yourself, you know what? I could see it clearly. That's the key to life, is being able to see where you are with clear eyes. And right now, it's like everything's blurry. We're all so close to it. And now it's like, oh, okay, let's sweep under the rug that we put these people through freaking hell for 2 years. Let's sweep it under the rug that millions of people forcibly were told, you either do this or you lose your job. And now they decided to lose their job because they weren't going to put their lives at risk, because they were rightfully so just as skeptical as they should have been, because now we are where we are. And they're, oh, we didn't know, we were following the science. Following the science. Whose science? Your science, right? Because if you were listening to some of the doctors and scientists out there, they were very clear about what was going on and where the science was. But you guys had your own science. And this is the big issue, because we need transparency. And now what they did is they clearly pointed themselves out as not, I don't think they're on our side. I don't want to say enemy, but there's something weird there. You don't force people to do something. And then the other thing that used to bother me, I'm like, okay, so doesn't stop getting or spreading, and you're going to force people to still get? I'm like, what world are we living in? That's when I wrote the Twilight Zone album. I wrote the Twilight Zone song that night, I think. I was like, what world are we living in? Where you can force people to continue to push people. Like, oh, no, you got to get it. Just in case. Like, in case of what? You're putting a forced series. Okay, guys, my car was supposed to be ready like a couple of days ago, but I've been out of my electric car for 2 months as of next Wednesday. They're supposed to have it back to me on Tuesday. I hope they do, because I have to drop off my rental on Tuesday. I'm not keeping this car into a third month. 2 months without my new car that I just bought, 2021, but it's a first series. And I had some people, oh yeah, well, it's a Ford. Yeah, it's a Ford Mach-E. It's an first electric vehicle. I get it. But it's their first series. Great intentions. Freaking crap. Lemon. Oh no, it's work. It's safe and effective. Until it freaking dies while I'm driving on the way home 2 months ago. What happened? Oh, I don't know. I was just driving. I had 41% battery left. Oh, maybe you did. Oh, excuse me? I did what? Drive? I drove? Your crap car? 2 months without the freaking car. Isn't that insane? First series. My point is this. When you have something like a Plan Demaroo that's consistently changing, because this is the nature of that beast, is it's never the first thing that starts, it continues to morph, right? They call these things strains. And so for these morons to continue first shot, second, boost, all with the same exact freaking first series bugaboo that didn't work the first time. Oh, we need one more to strengthen the one that was crap. Like, what the? You couldn't go and figure out what these new strains were and put those in there and make sure you're good for all the strains. Here's the thing that bothers me most. If you scroll back and you look how this all began, the sequence was uploaded to a public server in China. And we downloaded it. Moderna downloaded it. Pfizer downloaded it. GlaxoSmith downloaded it. Johnson & Johnson downloaded it. And they had the Vaxaroo within 30 minutes. The sequence was ready because it was already done by the Chinese. wonder what bugaboo were the Chinese taking? Anybody know? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Are they doing like same as us? Let's see what it says. Yeah, they have their own guys. This is the thing that's weird. So they have their own. I'm going to say this just because I think this is crazy, but I want to say something here. I don't think he's on board with the game plan of the rest of the world. He wants to rule the world. Is China the only thing, okay? But I don't see Pfizer. I don't see Glaxo. I don't see J&J. I see CanSino, CV Bug, RBD Dimmer, Sinopharm, and Sinopharm. So that's it for China, okay? I'm going to just go out there on the line here and say this. Theirs is designed off of either a later strain or it's designed to actually stop it. Just guessing, but I feel like they gave us the crap one and then they were like, we got the good one. We're saving our people. Screw those people. Right now they said 90% of the people in Britain have that were fully bugabooed and they didn't make it out of the hospitals. That's scary, man. That is scary. So guys, listen, I do have a ton to do tonight. I've been trying to catch up on a lot of work and a lot of editing for you. Please do me a favor. Go watch Sakia Crappy. It's up now. I'm going to give you the link. It just dropped about 3 hours ago. And it is funny, but I'll tell you what's even funnier, I believe, is Joanne going to the porta potty. That one is ridiculous. Can I point out that I took off the ad thing on how fresh a fresh Sakia Crappy. But YouTube, 2 videos in a row, they hit me with limited. I got limited on when you gotta go, you gotta go. Why would they do that? You know? It's so weird. I'm giving you that one. And then I want to give you if you gotta go, you gotta go. Because just in case you guys want to stick around and watch a few things, I will put these on for you. They're all here in the profile, guys. Just go there and check it out. Let's see. I'll give it to you just so you got it. And remember, fam and friends, tomorrow we do it all over again for a Friday Night Jamboree. So, if you are here, I appreciate you. I'm going to see. I'll shut that off in a minute. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sager. Fam's over here kicking it with me. Oh, Yardbirds, Trish, Sagers, Escoop, Pamela, Mental, Jacqueline. Kill it and grill it. I still got that bit for you, Kill it. I got to get to that tomorrow. We're going to do a nicey nice on that one. Kathleen Danford, Sydney, my brother, Chris Donaldson, Anna Trejos. Guys, tomorrow we will rock it out. I will be on hopefully a little earlier, and we will get into it. Flintstones, Mark. Goodness. Sager, I wish I could hang out longer. I got too much to do, and if I don't get it done tonight, it's not going to be a fun show tomorrow. I'd rather be able to totally relax with you guys tomorrow. So, until then, fam and friends, it's Mark Pyers. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. You got to go away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got to go away. Until tomorrow, fam.